So here we go again already. If I don't hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this video, I'll be surprised. Something's wrong. I'm just kidding, but we're getting darn close, getting very, very darn close. And thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out, watching us, and just chilling out with baby and me and the puppies and everything. Just thank you so much. And all your wonderful comments and everything. But just thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been a wild, wonderful ride, and it's getting better and better all the time. So talk to you soon. Bye. So I'm wearing purple today. I kind of feel like I'm in a purpley kind of mood. Just a purpley kind of mood. I love purple. It's my favorite color. Yeah, I just felt like it today. So here, let me put you up here. Okay, there we go. Don't fall over this time. Ouch. Ow, that hurt. So yeah, this tartan is actually called the Pride of Scotland. The Pride of Scotland. Yeah, and purple is actually a royal color, a very royal color. It's a godly royal color. It goes back, way back to the Old Testament. So it's a godly royal color, purple. But I just like it because it's purple. Anyway, enough of that. Here's what we got. You guys have opened up a Pandora's box now. You've challenged me. So this is for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I got my fork there. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of things I got to show you at one time or another. But here we're going to start with a couple things. This is buckwheat. Buckwheat. They call it buckwheat. I think it's a stupid name. It's a mispronunciation of, I think it's the Dutch word for buckwheat, whatever it is. It sounds like buckwheat. Anyway, it's not a wheat or a grain at all. Not even closely related. It is a seed. It's a seed, and it's has nothing to. It's not even like a grain in any way, shape, or form. So it's a seed on its own. It's actually a weed, but it's the most nutritional thing you'll ever eat on this planet, and I promise you that. It has everything in it. It has all the vitamins, nutrients, everything. Everything you can think of. And it also has amino acids. So it has everything. And wherever it is, oh, the stinging nettle's over there. Same with stinging nettle. It has everything in it, including a small amount of amino acids, which is interesting. It has anywhere from 5 to 20% amino acids in stinging nettle. So this has everything in it, and stinging nettle has everything in it. And this one we're going to get to in a while, but I call it buckseed because it's a better name. This is a big bag of sprouted stuff for eating. I have unsprouted for planting, and I can grow that anywhere I want, in the wilderness if I want, and then collect it later. So this is one of the healthiest things in the world ever. So I've got a bunch of this out here. You can, I don't know if you can see all that there. That there. Anyway, there we go. So that's one thing we're going to get to eventually, and probably tonight, because I have something to make and show you tonight. What we're doing here today, this is slippery elm bark. Slippery elm bark. Now, this has been used by First Nations people and any Aboriginal people that have it in their local area at all for thousands and thousands of years. And it's a great intestinal help and relief, and it's a mucozoid, I think they call it mucozoid or something like that. And what it does, it helps rebuild the mucous membrane in your intestines. And they've done this for thousands of years. So I've been doing this for quite a long time now, maybe about 1.5 years or so. But no, actually, no, it's a little over 2 years. But I've fallen off all this stuff recently, you know, the bad winter and the puppies and everything, you know, and I just fallen off the rails there. But this is what I do. So twice a day, first in the morning. Okay, this is actually a cup. I'm using about a half a cup, and it's warm water. I don't want to use cold water. I don't like, cold makes it kind of, but so I use warm water, not hot, you know, warm enough that you can stand and everything. And then I just take one, it doesn't matter, one nice heaping scoop of this stuff. Actually, maybe a little bit more. More. Now you got to do this quickly, but what you got to do, because it'll clump up and everything, you need to blend it and mix it really well. And then it starts to turn into a thick, gelatinous kind of liquid. And then you can drink it all down, and then it's I guess more consumable, I suppose. It's kind of funny to drink it down at first, you know, it feels kind of slimy, slippery, slithery kind of thing. But, you know, it doesn't taste bad at all, and you get used to it real quick. And this is organic, 100% organic. Slippery elm bark, taken traditionally the way it has been done for thousands of years. So then you just drink this. Oh, yeah. Tastes great. The flavor's good, but that slipperiness. Anyway, you do that at least 30 minutes to about 45, 50 minutes before you have your breakfast or any meal. Do it before you have any meal. And you do that, and it helps rebuild the and fix the mucous membrane all through your small intestine, all your intestines, everything inside. It helps everything, but especially your intestines. That's what it's for, to rebuild that membrane inside there. So I'm back on that again. So that's just before dinner tonight here. So I'm going to be making something coming up real quick here. So we're back on that. That's slippery elm bark, and you can get it lots of places. I get a whole pound of it, because you go and get it by the 100 grams and that, it's gone, right? This stuff maybe lasts me maybe 6 months, maybe, I don't know, but that's the best way to grab it, is get a whole bunch so you don't run out every so often, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to come back and show you something about with the buckwheat and all that for dinner tonight, okay? So, we'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now. Okay, I didn't realize I was out of toilet paper, so I had to run down to the gas station real quick for about 7.5 minutes with baby. And we got that, came back, and but you'll never guess what happened when I came up, jumped back into my 4Runner and turned on the ignition, and immediately what song came on the radio right at that very moment? It was bam, like lightning. It just went bam, came on right away, and I cranked it right up. You'll never guess what song that was. Try and guess. Come on, go ahead. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, angel. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then just slowly turn away. I won't beg you to stay with me. No. Angel, angel. So the link for that song by Juice Newton is down in the links, is in a link below in the descriptions. So go check that out if you like that song. Ciao for now. Okay, I think I've got this. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Kent. Anyway, here we go. I hope you can see all this. I can't tell for sure. I'll have to check later, but I hope everything's visible. Anyway, so what I've done here is I've got this Red River cereal. Red River cereal, it's wheat, rye, and flax. And the thing with flax is it's a seed also. And it also has one of the most important, or one of the very important fibers in there called lignin or linen. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I call it lignin. But it's a very important fiber. It's good for, you know, removing waste and all that. It's a very good fiber, and you don't get it in everything. Heating up a little oil here. So what I've taken was that, some of that Red River cereal, excuse me, and some of the buck seed, and I took about almost a half a cup of that, and about a half a, almost a 3/4 of a cup of the buck seed, and I put it together in my NutriBullet, my magic bullet there. This is my kitchen BFF. I'd be lost without this. Anyway, so I put it in there and blended it up and ground it as fine a flour I could possibly do it. And then I threw it in this pot here because I don't know where my plastic bowl went. But anyway, so I've done that. I've thrown it in there. Then I smashed up 4 eggs, and I whipped them and threw it in there and mixed it up, and it didn't seem enough, so I put in 2 more eggs. Anyway, so I did that. It's 6 eggs in there, and then I added water to blend it. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's fairly thin. I like mine really thin. I like more of a crepe type idea. Anyway, I made that really thin like that. The eggs will keep it all together, but even with the eggs, buckwheat has a tendency to separate if you just let it sit. And if you have just water and the buckwheat flour, it'll separate quick, and you have to keep mixing it like that. Anyway, so what I've also done here, I've never done this before. I've done something similar, but not this at all. So basically, this is 1 cup here, and that's 1 cup of the chopped up stinging nettle. I'm going to put that in. And here's another cup. So I got 2 cups of this stinging nettle going in there. It's all chopped up. I don't need to put it all in there. I just want to get on with this and do it quick enough so, you know, we can show you what's going on. I might possibly have to add more water to this now. I just thought of that. I don't know. But anyway, I also put in a bit of cinnamon and a bit of 5 spice and some cumin. I wanted that for a nice flavor in that. And just a hint of salt, basically. So this is mixing up real kind of thick, actually. Now, it's not quite as thin as well, it's not bad. It'll work, I'm sure. Anyway, so basically you got some Red River cereal, you got some buckwheat, you got some eggs in here, and you got stinging nettle. And this is actually about as cheap as it gets. I really overdid it here. There's a lot here. This is going to last a couple of days, I guarantee it. I guarantee it, probably 3 days maybe. There's a lot here. I might put more water in after, but we'll see. We're going to try one of these here. Anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to bring you up to speed real quick. I didn't want to waste a lot of time going through the whole process and everything. So that's what's in there. If you need, I can always put the recipe or whatever in the description sometime. But that's what we're doing here. I think that's about right. I would like it a little thinner, but I'm going to do it that way just because. So we're going to put that up there. We'll put this away for now. Right down there. All right, let's get to this. I've got some oil in there heating up. It's been warming up and everything. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Just get some decent heat going on there so it sizzles when it goes into the pan, right? And these should be interesting. So here we go. I don't think I've forgotten anything so far. Just going to let that heat a little bit. And in the meantime, what I did is I hate that high glucose syrup crap you buy in the store. That garbage will kill you, man, all that stuff. So what I did, I've made my own homemade bit of syrup here. All I used was really raw demerara sugar and some water. Put it in the bowl and kind of lightly simmered it down over a period of time. It takes a while. Simmer it down, and then you get this really nice syrup here. Just homemade raw syrup, and that's as raw and organic as it gets. You can't get any better than that. The only thing that's good or better or whatever would be maple syrup, and that tastes great. None of that junk in there. And I can also put a tiny bit of butter in there and mix it up. It'll be butter syrup. So I think this is ready now. It's probably hot enough. You like a fairly hot pan when you start on them. So here we go. I'm going to use a spoon because it'll be a lot easier. I got a bowl over there. So here we go. Here we go. Nope, need a lot more. It's going to get messy. Yeah, it's not as thin as I wanted it, but it's going to go. It's going to be all right. kind of funky with all this green in it, but you know what? It's going to be tasty and it's going to be healthy, and that's all that matters to me. Okay. So I'll cook that up. Cook that up. Flip it over. Check it. It's going to take a little while, and I'll show you when it's ready. Okay. So there we go. I've done it. You know how to cook pancakes. You let them cook on the one side till the bubbles open up and pop open, stay open, and it dries out, kind of thing. Then you brown it on one side and then flip it over. That's how you know, standard stuff with pancakes, right? So I'm going to throw a pat of butter on top of there because that's what you do with pancakes, right? And they got kind of thick. These are a bit thicker than I expected, but whatever. But look at the size of this pancake, and it's fairly thick. And look at how much I got left. There's like a ton of stuff there. That's going to last for 4 days. I promise you. I can just stick it in the fridge with the lid on, and it'll stay fine. I just mix it up every now and again, and it won't go bad. It'll take forever to go bad. So anyway, there's that. And then this stuff got really thick. I forgot it gets thick when it sits, so the stuff got really thick there. So I'm just going to put a wad of that on top. Let the heat melt it down and mix in with the butter and everything. And I'll do that, and I'll show you how wonderful tasty these are. So we'll see you in a minute. Ciao. Never mind. Okay. Not for you. Anyway, here we go. Somebody just woke up. So here we go. No, you don't touch. There we go. Almost looks like hamburger or something. But it looks cool. But anyway, I'm going to try this out. Never done this before. No. That's really good. That is really good. Oh my God, that's really good. Yeah, that's really great. You can actually make this as a savory dish too, like, you know, like with spices and stuff like that instead of sweet, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can do it either way. It's great. But look at this. Look at how cheap this kind of food is and how healthy it is. It's the best, healthiest stuff on the planet. It's really good for you. And it's so cheap to do, man. It's so cheap. That's really good. Huh. One of my experiments actually worked. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this for a while. So, I don't know. Maybe go get yourself a cup of tea or something. Come back and we'll talk a bit more. Ciao. I guess the only thing left to do is maybe check on Snoopy's eyes and see how they're coming along. Have a look at that. So we'll check that out, and we'll talk to you soon again. Ciao for now.